Hey y'all, Rick Sky here, and this is my first flight with the Parrot ANAFI, and you can check the link within this video's description to find where to order it online. At the time of filming this video, all that I've done is taken it out of the box, I've updated the firmware, and I've hit the field. So in the spirit of all the reviews, what I'm going to do first is check the wind speed. And currently we have a wind, a very mild wind of about 0.1 knots, and now it's 0. So wind is not going to be a factor for today's test. For future tests, that's something I want to test. I want to see how well or how poorly the ANAFI handles wind. So that was something with the Mavic Air. It did a pretty good job. What I really like about the ANAFI, you can see this case. It's kind of long, it's kind of slender, whereas the Mavic Air is a little bit fatter and shorter. But for size comparison, there's my iPhone 7 Plus, the big iPhone, in a case, a pretty small case. So, size and weight is definitely not a concern. I'll go as far as to say that this may even feel more portable than the Mavic Air, which at the time of posting this video is still my favorite drone on the market today. And this is really nice. You've got straps here, so if you want to put it, lash it to a backpack or something, just a super nice case. That's one of the first things I noticed when I took it out of the box. Be sure to check out my unboxing video. But when you go in here, you'll notice the Parrot ANAFI, just a good looking design. To keep things honest, I will say that the build quality does not feel as sturdy and as excellent as the Mavic Air. By no means am I insulting the build quality, because if you watch my Parrot Bebop videos, the Parrot Bebop, although it's a drone, it should be treated as an aircraft. It's not a toy. When you hold the Parrot Bebop in your hands, it's a very toy-like feel. This doesn't possess that same build quality. It feels really good. And what I really like about this, look at this. You pop it out, you pop it out, you pop it out, you pop it out. It's pretty straightforward. The Mavic Air, the first few times you do it, when you open it, you got to fold and unfold one way. When you close it, you got to go in the opposite direction. So it's got a little bit of a learning curve. Most anybody with a moderate amount of common sense could figure it out, but this is still a design improvement. The propellers, they feel very flimsy and they feel very cheap. I am concerned that the lifespan of the propellers may not be as good as DJI, because when I fly safely and responsibly with my DJI drones, I seldom break propellers, even with my older Phantoms, because I would use prop guards. This little piece right here, area for improvement. This is the lens protector that goes on the front of the camera. I think that Mavic Air definitely wins when it comes to camera guard component. So, mild complaint, but something worth mentioning. Again, fair and honest review here. So, since I've already got the firmware updated, I've got the battery charged, and I don't have it 100%. I got close to 100%, but I was so excited to get out in the field that I didn't go all the way to 100%. I did charge the controller. One of the cool things is the controller has USB-A, your standard old type USB, and then on top of it, it's got USB-C. So that's good, good convenience. It is worth mentioning, even with a slim profile phone cover such as this for my iPhone 7 Plus, the big iPhone, this is still too thick to fit into this. But you take it off, put the phone in there without a cover on, it pops right in. Let's see. We're just going to take this off. I didn't bring my drone landing pad or anything. I'm going to show you, because I was in such a hurry, I forgot it. Here's a little power button right here. And one of the coolest features about this, it's got USB charging, but it's not on the drone, it's on the battery itself. So in theory, I can take I've got to test this, but I should be able to take the battery off or buy multiple batteries and charge the batteries by themselves without having to put them in a battery charger or any sort of proprietary junk. And in theory, if I had multiple USB-C cables, I should be able to charge multiple ANAFI batteries at the same time using a USB charger, whether it's a jack on a computer or a wall outlet or something in the car. I mean, super cool. So without further ado, let's go ahead and power this on. This is the first flight, so this will entail a calibration, which I've never done. I've never calibrated a Parrot ANAFI, so let's get this thing airborne. See if y'all can see that in the camera's field of view there. Let's see if we can walk around to the back. Yeah, the display's off on the back because I'm this way. Let's see, my viewfinder, this is an opportunity for improvement. I did put it in airplane mode. It's something I strongly recommend doing. I'm going to start recording the screen here, hopefully. So hopefully we'll have screen recording. Okay. Now we're going to go into the Parrot ANAFI app. So, again, I've already updated the firmware. This is Wi-Fi. As you can see here, it's not connected already, so I'm going to have to go into my iOS, in my case, the iPhone 7 Plus. I'm going to have to go into settings, going to have to go into Wi-Fi and turn Wi-Fi on, and then do ANAFI. That's the name of this one. So we're going to pair with the ANAFI. And again, this is the first time flying, so my expectation is that I'm going to have to perform some sort of calibration here. So let's go into ANAFI app. Important lesson learned. You can see I don't have connectivity right now. So what I found I have to do is close the controller, which should power the controller off. And then I'm going to exit the app. And then I'm going to reopen the controller. Again, opportunity for improvement here, Parrot. If you're watching this, this is not the most user-friendly device. And then I'm going to go to drone, free flight 6. I'm going to stick this in here. And now it says connected. So important lesson learned. It was an extreme pain point. I wasted about 20 minutes trying to figure it out the first time. I've already formatted my micro SD card. By the way, the micro SD card that came with mine, the size of it is unacceptable. So, be prepared to get a bigger micro SD card. Check the link within this video's description. You can find one like I use there. What I'm going to do to start flying is just swipe this fly right here. And we'll see what happens. It says magnetometer calibration. You're going to calibrate your drone. This short operation will allow you to fly outside. So I'm going to do calibrate. Please turn the zone on its Z-axis. Okay, it says you are ready to fly. And I will say the in-app instructions seem to be very intuitive, so let's see how this thing performs. So again, first time flying the Parrot ANAFI. And let's see, we are going to, it should start recording automatically when I take off, so let's test that. That was a parameter that I set. So I'm just going to click take off at the top. Motor cutout. You want to see, that's why I need a landing pad. I'm going to put it on top of this box. Okay, and it does have a hand launch option, so that's something we'll test on a later date. One battery, first field test. We're going to keep it simple. So I hit take off. It is taken off, and the recording automatically initialized as expected. So that's a good sign. Now let's play with the camera controls here. Let's see, we are in video mode. That's what we want. Let's bring this close to the camera so y'all can see the Oh wow, it's not detecting my... I wonder if I have to turn the controller on or if it's just not detecting it there. That's weird because it's giving me thumbsticks in the app, and I don't want that. I want the controller. See, I don't have any controls right now. There's a return home button within the... Okay, so something's not right here. Let's see. Piloting mode, manual flight. Yeah, that's what I want. See, I can use the virtual joysticks within the app to fly it, but I don't want to use that. I want to use the controller. So let's, out of best practice here, let's just go ahead and land. And let's remember that if we see the virtual thumbsticks, that's an indication it's not detecting the controller. So that's not a great way to start, but it is a real field test. Again, nothing is doctored up. These are the same experiences that you may encounter with a Parrot ANAFI. I bet I'm going to have to go in here somewhere and pair the controller with the... it's got interface, it's got control mode. Okay, what we're going to do is just kill the app. And we're going to go back into the app. This time the controller was connected, and now I've got Sky Controller 3, bingo. But now I don't have the drone. Okay, so I guess I'm going to go back out and check the Wi-Fi. Turn the Wi-Fi off, turn it back on. I'm going to reconnect to the ANAFI. It shows that it should be connected. Now it says searching for drone. I wonder if I have to close the Sky Controller again. See, that turns off when I close it. Now let's open it back up. Okay, now we've got connectivity. But now it's bumped back to the top where it did show controller. Now it's showing the phone icon instead of the controller icon. So now it's like it's wanting to do phone controls again. So I wonder if the fact that I'm paired with Wi-Fi with the phone, maybe that's what it is. Maybe the controller needs to pair with the phone instead of the, I bet that's it. So instead of the ANAFI, I'm going to disconnect the ANAFI. And now I'm going to go in. Let's try this. So with ANAFI disconnected, let's try to go in this, see if we can pair with the controller. And see, now it shows the controller up top. I'm going to power cycle the Parrot ANAFI. So now the controller and the app's still on. Now I'm going to power the Parrot back on. It says how to connect. Connect to your smartphone uses Wi-Fi. I don't want to do that anymore. Use a USB controller to connect your smartphone to your controller and tap connect. I'm going to plug this USB cable, unplug it, plug it back in. And I don't see a connect option. Okay, so this time I'm going to unplug it from the controller. I've closed the controller. Now I'm going to open the controller. Bugs are everywhere in the real world and in this software. Well, now I've got it paired back, but it's not the controller, it's the smartphone icon. So let me unplug the controller and plug it back in here. I don't understand why it's not detecting the controller. Unplug and plug it back in. I've checked to see if there's another Wi-Fi network for the controller, and there's not. And now it shows controller, but it doesn't show the drone. Well, this is the first field test with the Parrot ANAFI, and what I'm going to do now is research offline and see what has to be done to make this thing work, because this is not working with the controller. Stay tuned. Hey y'all, Iric Sky here. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe, like, and share. It's viewers like you that enable my channel to continue to grow. Thank you.